In this video, we'll explore a 5-step framework used across the industry to reduce document-based fraud and to generally increase trust in digital identity verification. Why is this important? Document tampering is by far the most common technique used by fraudsters in identity fraud. And they use all sorts of things, including screen displays. They do obviously a lot of image editing and lots of document manipulation to bypass digital onboarding checks. And you certainly need a layered validation strategy to be able to do this that goes beyond just OCR. Most systems out there today, they rely much more on the data extraction and nothing more. So this framework is based on 5 pillars. The first pillar is source detection. This is about checking the source of the document. Is this the legitimate, physically issued document by the authorities that's presented to the main camera? Or is this a printed copy? Or even worse, is this a digitally manipulated version of this document that is on another screen, an iPad, another phone, or even a TV? Very, very important. The second thing that's also very common in the digital tampering would be manipulating the ID photograph. This is typically done using tools like Photoshop and others. And whatever system you use today for tampering detection has to have the ability to analyze that image and check, does it look legitimate or not? That might require metadata examination, it might require some image processing, or even more, it might require a dedicated machine learning model that can detect that. The third thing that is also important in this framework would be NFC. NFC is basically the contactless chip that in modern ID documents and passports, and it is one of the formats that allows you to check whether the person is physically there, because it's very difficult to tamper with, and the information inside the chip is protected with a digital signature that can be verified against the issuing authority's root certificate, which is very, very important. More importantly, however, that the information inside the contactless chip could include a digital high-quality image of the photo ID. Certainly much better than what you would capture using a camera. So this could be a really, really good source of information for subsequent steps, such as facial recognition and liveness. The fourth element of this framework would be the consistency check. As we know, we might have the same information coming from different sources. As an example, an ID number could be present in the MRZ. It could also be present in a printed format in the front or the back of the document, and it can also be part of the NFC data. By checking the consistency of information across these different sources, you eliminate any chances of manipulation, and it makes it easier for you to detect if that happens. The information that's usually available is quite abundant. So I mentioned the ID number, but this could also be everything from date of birth, expiry dates, place of birth, nationality, and much, much more. Last but not least, obviously, you have to take all of these signals and use an event analytics analysis of this data to be able to make a good decision. So you have to be able to take all of this data together and try and use it to decide whether the document is fraudulent or not. And this approach works because it relies on multiple sources of information, and if one technique didn't catch the problem, you would hope the other one does.